out of you in this performance that you don't feel like you've done before on screen, and I'm curious to know what that is, like what it is that you think you did here that you maybe hadn't done before.
It's less about that and more about the fact that I've never worked with such an astute director who can just watch you and immediately know if you're bullshitting him, you know. And the thing about this movie is there's nothing to distract you. There's no green screen, there's no creature effects, there's no explosions, there's nothing that propels this story other than the emotional beats that happen between all of these characters. And that's kind of a daunting undertaking as an actor, that if these moments are the only thing that matter and you can't do it, or you're not able to make yourself vulnerable enough to feel these things or experience these things in a real visceral way, then it's not going to translate to film. So more than anything, he gave us a really safe place to go to that vulnerable place and be emotionally honest with yourself and with the other person in front of a camera that, you know, people would later see. And it's a scary thing to sort of put yourself out on the line like that. And I've never had a director who encouraged, much less demanded it, as much as Luca.
And Timothy, can you talk about that as well? The sort of butterflies in the stomach that Luca was talking about is something that I think very much comes from your character. And was that something that was difficult for you? Was it hard for you to be sort of like that kind of vulnerable on screen?
Yeah, I guess it just seemed like the prescription of the novel and the prescription of the script that this character wears his heart on his sleeve and is living his experience sensually and viscerally, and there also seemed to be the gift as an actor that a lot of these shots play out in wide shots, and it's not so much a dialogue that's verbal, but like a physical wrestling match sometimes, and then push and pull, and I always like the moments in the movie where maybe Oliver's assumed the control of the situation, and then just by taking a step up to him, the boundaries of the situation have been, or the rules of the situation rather, have been disturbed. And then there's the other thing that, and it sounds like cheesy or cliche or something, but when you trust your director, and simply from watching Melissa P. or I Am Love or Bigger Splash, I just knew all the performances, and I think of like Ray Fiennes' dancing sequence in A Bigger Splash where he comes out and he's naked, and they were all so fearless and unabashed. It just felt like it was a responsibility to follow in that pedigree.
And Luca, can you talk a little bit about that as well?